I'm gonna get some glasses.
You said you was gonna bring them up. You see what I got? Yeah. We live. Hey y'all. Hey. This is your girl, Kris Bryant, and you have tuned into the City Highlight radio show right here at the GMT platform. I know y'all looking like, where's she at? I'm in the studio, y'all. But I'm not alone. I have some special guests. I got my people with me. These beautiful ladies. As you guys know, on Happy Hour Friday, we've been doing a series of the ish, according to my sis over here, Miss Tyff.
Hey, y'all.
Tell everybody, hey, Tyff, tell them how they can connect with you on all your social media platforms.
Tyff Talk Show, TYFF Talk Show on IG, and Tiffany, TYFFANE. Oh, so simple. And it's simple with the Y.
Yes.
SYMPLE on Facebook. Tiffography, TYFFOGRAPHY, and Sky Vibes Travel for my passport packers out there.
Can you say booked and busy? Booked and busy. So if you don't know, now you know. Only people I rock with, or the people that I rock with, always have several streams. Like, that's how we move. A lot of people think, like, how do you do all this that you do? Because why not? That's the question. With that being said, I have another beauty joining me today, Miss Kayla. Kayla, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience. Give them a little bit of history about you and background. Tell them who you are. Let the people know.
Come on. First off, definitely have to follow your travel page because I have like a wanderlust spirit like you would not believe. I'm
Black girls love to travel.
Come on, hey, say that, and we do.
We don't just travel.
We do it.
And we got our passports on deck.
Stamps.
Okay? Waiting on Rona to go.
Hey, not even waiting on Rona to go. In some places,
because I took 2 trips since Rona.
Hey, and be outside. We're outside.
We outside. We outside.
Yes. Yes, there we go. But my name is Kayla Lyons. I am a news anchor, a host, media professional, marketing, PR, all of that stuff is my sweet spot. And I am here chilling it with you guys today. Excited to talk about some fun topics. Yeah.
Fun is what we do.
Y'all know we keep it litty in the city. And I always enjoy Fridays because I know I get to unleash all those questions and comments and content that we might not want to talk about during the earlier parts of the week. And today will not disappoint. Today, I had a couple of people to request. So Tiffany sent me some information in the inbox. We had a brief overview on it last week, but some of the listeners wanted to really get into this because they also have these experiences. What that was, Tiff, tell the people.
Let's start with our brothers and sisters in Haiti.
Because I wanted to end with that because it was more somber. I want to be happy and jiggly and then go out and close out.
We don't got enough time for this conversation.
So we're going to slide over to Haiti. I'm going to let Kayla talk about Haiti because, as you heard her say, she's a journalist. So she has a lot of experience in delivering the not so nice news. I'm a little upset about Haiti, and I know it's been bringing me to tears. So I kind of was saving that to the end because I didn't want to be a crybaby. But I'm going to be strong since we're going to talk about it in the beginning. And I'm going to let Kayla handle this one. Kayla, give us a little insight on what your knowledge is on what's going on with Haiti.
Yes. So right now, I mean, as you guys have seen the pictures, just seriously heartbreaking. People coming over from Haiti, you got to remember, this is a place where, the economy is not the United States. Their infrastructure is not the United States, being rocked by earthquakes just this past year. And not even just that, but just losing a president as well. I mean, things are in uproar. And so when you think about Haiti and why people would want to come here, we have to take it off and not look at it with the hermeneutic of, I'm in the United States looking at these people coming here, but thinking about if you were over in Haiti and you were in an area where you couldn't fend for yourself, how would you feel? And I'm not a mother, but I can only think about if I was a mother and I had my child and I'm looking at this child and I'm like, well, you know what? I can't get anything here and I'm scared for my life. Let's go. And I'm going to do anything for you. So that's
especially when it comes to what they say America is. This is the place where you're supposed to go when you're feeling that distress in your own country. We're supposed to be the country where people can flee and be free.
Well, we're already experiencing a lot of the complete opposite of America being the land of the free and home of the brave. It's almost disgusting to even say that you're an American these days because we're not representing ourselves as being the country with open arms and willing to help. This is heart-wrenching what's going on.
Especially considering, like, my understanding as a mother, a mother of 2 brown boys. It's heart-wrenching when you wake up And the first thing you think of is, where my children are, they say.
Yeah.
That's not what a mother is supposed to wake up to. She's supposed to wake up blessing the Lord, thanking him for the fact that she, but in all sincerity, because of the world that I live in, because of America and the way they treat people with brown skin, that's my fear.
Right.
And I know it doesn't mean because I'm a mother I feel that way, because long before I was a mother, my heart always went out when I would see the news and see how they would treat brown people, black people, versus how every other race and creed and everything is treated when it comes to the laws, when it comes to everything. Like, I was talking to Nice earlier and he was explaining, how we need to treat each other better as well.
We do.
And I had to explain to him, I get that, that's true, but that's all propaganda. It's really no more black on black crime than white on white crime. Than Mexican on Mexican crime, than Chinese on Chinese crime. But they put that propaganda as if we're the only ones killing our people. No, when you go into the prison systems and you pull up the murder rate list and you look at the race and you see who they murdered, white folks murdering white people.
Of course, but that's not. That doesn't make for good content. They want to keep it to what it's always, or what it seems it's always been, black on black crime. And
so that makes it okay for the police to kill us because we killing each other?
Well, the problem I have with us is when we say things like, well, it won't stop with the cops until it stops with us.
Lies.
The difference is when cops do it, they still go back home to their families. And when we do it to each other,
we go to prison.
We get buried. And God forbid if we do it to another race, we are not to be seen by our families anymore. So that's the problem I have when we say, well, until we stop doing, no, because if
the consequences are not
the
same.
But we've not always been a people like that. So we can't say, we've always been hunted. We've always been the prey.
Man.
Even before black on black crime. So we can't say that.
History repeats itself.
But not even just here in America, though. If you think about it,
just
as brown people in the world, it has been like that. And so we're disappointed in a system that has been like that. And so now that things are coming to light, now that you have media where you can see things for what they are, instead of going just on, what somebody wants you to see, now things are agitating these situations a whole lot more. But not to say that they weren't happening all across the world, because America has its definite, downfalls. We have our crap, but other countries as well. Like, I will say, looking at other countries and looking at America, still to be a brown person today, I will say America is one of the safest places for us. And that's not saying a whole lot, but when you go to other countries, to think of how we're treated, especially international countries, it is just as bad.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are, because I always
not in the room, but they love us.
They do. but I take delight in sharing a story that one of my favorite places to go is Turks and Caicos.
Love that.
And they have like
a celebrated
2% crime rate or something like that. And when the Black Lives Matter thing had kind of started, I'm gonna just say about 3 years ago, I was down there and I remember some guys, they were like, because they watch the media from where they are and they know what's going on over here. And they were saying they feel so bad for us here because they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they'll see their kids grow up.
Wow.
Like how big is that?
That's huge.
We don't have those promises here.
That's the reality.
They were like, we know that our kids are going to grow up and grow old and our kids can go outside and
imagine that, knowing that your lineage is going to go on and on.
Yeah.
Because that's not a comfortable place for me as a mother.
Particularly like as a brown mother. But our family, our Haitian family, they need our support in every capacity, because it is disgusting is the only word that I can come up with when you see these state troopers, border patrols, with these whips.
That reminded me of when I saw it, I kind of flipped through it because I thought I had rolled up on an old Western movie. Realistically, I did not know that was a news clip that I was watching, because they had whips out.
Disgusting.
These patients had their babies on their shoulders, treading through waters, and they had whips out, whipping these people.
I would be curious to know, like, who was the voice that said,
let's
get
do
the
this.
whips. Exactly.
Yeah.
Some white man.
Who gave that authorization to say, this is a good idea.
And the sad part about it is, guess what? We wouldn't even know if the pictures hadn't been taken.
Agreed.
But our White House spokeswoman, she couldn't even give, in my opinion, like, how do you justify, or like, I would have been embarrassed to have to speak on
I would have been very embarrassed to have to defend, recover anything with that, because that's history that is so deeply rooted in a whole race.
Absolutely.
A whole race.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Kamala said that. I was watching an interview that she
I haven't heard her speak on it.
She actually spoke on it. Yes, she spoke on it. And
Tell us what she said.
You crazy, Kris. But she spoke on it when it comes to those pictures. She even spoke up and she said that it in her resonated, like how she saw, pictures in the history books.
Triggers.
And she said that this was wrong, and those people are they're going through prosecution right now. Like, they're doing an investigation.
Thank God.
So,
well, what does an investigation look like when you have like, I would be just curious, like,
why do you need to investigate? You got eyes that see.
But what does that entail when we're looking at a video, not hearsay?
Right.
My eyes work. I saw the man, I saw the whip, I saw the people in the water, I saw him crack the whip, I saw him come down.
But just like, who gave the clearance, the investigation, who gave the clearance, who was supposed to be doing this, and what kind of training?
Do they still have jobs?
Exactly.
Are they off with suspension with pay?
Right. And that you don't know. That I don't know.
Now
but
let me go to work, come up in here with a whip and swacking folks from. I'm gonna be fired without pay.
You're gonna be hit. And you're gonna get hit back.
And they gonna call the police and I'm gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's
man.
No. It's
so as you guys can see, we're having libations and a really heavy conversation. Yes. With that being said, I wanted to share with you guys what we're drinking. Yes. We have a little sweet red, some of this deep Eddie Peach, and then I always kick a Red Bull in there to give it a little kick. And we calling this the Get Lifted. What you ladies think? How y'all like it?
I like it. I think it tastes amazing. I was not aware of this combo, this trifecta, but now I'm definitely gonna have to go get some. It tastes amazing.
I'm such a wine drinker.
Yes.
Me too.
I used to have a group called the Vineyard. Hey Vineyard.
Hey Vineyard.
Hey Vineyard.
And we would have some of the most amazing conversations.
You have good conversation with libations.
Come on.
Conversations
and wine conversations are different than your
they are.
topic.
Yeah, because you're not slurring. Wine doesn't make you as
it relaxes you.
Yes.
It mellows
it
you
opens
out.
you.
Yes.
It opens you.
I like that.
Because with that vodka or with the Jack, you become a little bit more belligerent, and the conversations are a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
But these are very
classy
conversations.
Come on.
And you really can speak from a heart place, because the red wine got you all warm and fuzzy on the inside.
Yeah.
So we're going to slide from the Haiti situation because, like I said.
I do have a question for you, though. Okay. Playing devil's advocate.
Let's
One
talk.
more question about Haiti, though.
Let's talk.
So as we look at all these pictures, I do have to look things as a journalist from all standpoints. And so I see the people from Haiti. As a Black person, I hate it. My heart goes out to it.
Right.
Also, from an American standpoint, we're still dealing with COVID-19. And while, yes, these things are happening, these laws that, are telling Haitians that, hey, we have to get you on a plane and fly you back, these are Trump-era laws. And so they're just being now, acted out exactly by the Biden administration. So with that being said, for Haitians to come here, what do you think that process should look like? Because yes, while I agree this administration definitely put out something that was very welcoming, hey, come on over, I don't think that they anticipated the influx of people from Mexico and from Haiti as well that we've been seeing.
What are they doing for the Afghans when they bring them over?
That was
because they agreed to bring over 90+ million. So whatever route that they're taking to bring those Afghans over, utilize that route to bring the Haitians over. Come on, America. You figured it out already.
Because I like that.
I was going to say, you can't visit C without stopping with A and B
Correct.
first. So before we go to what that process should look like, let's start with the Afghan process, because
I'm here for it.
I don't see
y'all figured it out.
You all already have.
So you have a blueprint out there. Let's just utilize it.
I like that response, ladies. Yeah. I like that. Come on, educators.
Come on, Afghans. Come on, Haiti. And what a lot of people don't understand is what's the country right next to Haiti? It's a railroad between the two. Is it Puerto Rico or the Dominican? Which one is it right now?
I want to say Dominican.
Okay, yeah.
I probably would say Dominican.
The DR,
first.
right? That's what it is. The DR.
But
my geography
I don't.
Right now.
I was just gonna say, don't quote me on that.
My geography is off.
I want to say DR.
But wherever it is, it's not Puerto. I think it is Dominican Republic. Long story short, I see so many posts about people taking these amazing trips to the DR.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand that Haiti is just across the street, and it's the same beaches, it's the same beauty, and they need us to come over there and vacate. Because they could benefit from our and when I say they're going to take care of you just like the people in the DR. So I would love it if we as vacationers, especially with my beautiful queen right here with Sky Vibes, I would love it if some of us would start taking these trips to Haiti so we can kind of get the affinity and learn to love the Haitians like we love the Dominican Republic.
Tiffany,
I'm here for it.
Same beaches.
Honey, I'll get a trip together in 2.2
Do that for me. You want to go to Haiti with us, Kayla?
Now, you know what? I want to go to Haiti, however, because all of that turmoil right now, I'm going to wait till they get their government a little bit more under control real quick. Then I'm going to go.
It probably depends on where, but most of those countries got something going on.
Agree.
I would say.
I was supposed to say, because the same thing going on in other countries.
I agree. But I ain't visited Visa, though. Just yet. Yeah. I've been in Europe. But in some of those smaller ones, I'd be like, okay, hang on, time out. I need you to have just a little bit more together.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Depending on where you're going in Haiti.
Right. Because not all parts are bad. Just like here in America, you go to some parts.
That's what I was going to say. Think about
everything.
I mean, even when you think about Houston, I feel like when I drive down Bissonnette, I've gone to another city. I'm just saying.
I'm just
saying.
Everybody in Houston knows
realistically, come on, y'all. Let's just keep it a buck.
Right.
You got to find the right places to go, but everywhere it's not going to be exciting. When I go to Miami, trust and believe, I visit South Beach, but there's some parts of Miami that I've never seen on TV.
Yeah.
Man, what I tell you. But I've never heard about those things until I actually experienced it for myself.
Yeah.
So therefore, all I'm saying with that is if we as Americans would start visiting Haiti, they would have an income that may be a little different.
I am so here for it. You know, I feel the same way about, Nigeria and
absolutely.
Oh, I'm ready to go to Nigeria. I'm just finding my prince that's gonna take me.
Yes.
Very poor.
Lagos is one of the most beautiful cities. Baby, let me tell you, Lagos will give New York a run for their money.
Come on, and the people there, baby, they got money and they're not just showing it; they actually have it. Here in America, we take our stuff back.
I'm just gonna say, do your research. Check out Cape Town.
Come on,
the Ivory Coast.
I'm telling you. I mean, those of you
who lied to y'all.
People who are accustomed to travel, right? You know these things, and you don't necessarily have to just see it on social media. And because I always tell people, God did not create all this land for us to just see it on TV.
Say that,
man.
All right, next,
touch it.
Yep,
do your part. And I would implore anybody, especially with you having somebody that is telling you they can get you together.
Right.
I tell my sons, because I have a grandmother. My grandmother's 88, and one of the hardest conversations that we have. Is because I travel a lot. And my grandmother always shares me when I'm getting ready to go, because I call her, hey, Granny, I'm finna go to ABCD.
Yeah.
And her thing to me is, baby, do what you do, travel the world, see everything, because I have it. She said, the only thing I've ever seen outside of Houston, Texas, and New Waverly, Texas, was Louisiana. Yeah. And it was a drive-through. My grandmother's never been on a plane.
Come on.
She's never been on a train. And the furthest that she's been outside of Houston, Texas, is to Louisiana, Lake Charles, to be exact.
Come on.
With that being said, don't let it be your 88-year-old story.
Right.
She lives through me vicariously, though. I have to come back and share the pictures. I have to come back and share my experience, because at 88, she's not physically capable to get on no planes and travel. Although I try to talk her into it, she says no. But I don't want anybody out there to not be able to experience life. And don't worry about the money, because there's ways to plan trips where anybody could afford it.
People always
get you an agent,
a sugar daddy, or
not even that. Just plan properly.
When you
pay as you could pay.
When you are a calculated traveler,
you
don't have to break the bank in order to have an expensive
amazing trip.
And not, it can look
very
like $1
economical,
million, but extremely economical. Extremely economical.
It looks expensive, but it could be economical. Because just like you figure out how on days when your budget is different, when you're at home and you structure your lifestyle, you do the same thing when you're on vacation. You do your research, you find where the coupons and the discounts, and it's really good to have a travel agent, because they can really
one that actually travels, though.
No, because they can buffer, that they can strategically put you in places and tell you things to avoid, things to do, because they have the experience. That's what they do.
What's your favorite vacation place thus far, and where what's your bucket list? Like, where is your before I die, I must visit here?
Favorite vacation place, hands down, Barcelona, Spain. Spend a week there. What? Baby, it is a different breed down there.
I'm telling you.
I need to get with you about that one.
My good friends, they convinced me to do. I was, you typically want to go to nice beaches and so on and so forth.
Barcelona.
And for my 40th, they were like, we're going to Spain.
Yep.
And when I tell you the culture,
come on,
the richness, that's when I realized the distinct difference between regular sangria and real sangria.
Real sangria.
and a Zara on every corner.
Every corner.
Zara?
Yeah.
Every corner.
Okay, so agreed. Spain is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
And so what about what's somewhere you want to go where you absolutely cannot leave this earth before you visit?
Reykjavik. I want to go there. I love Iceland. I watched the picture.
They have the black sand in Iceland.
And I am like, you know what? I like all of those places where I can go and experience and stuff like that. Like Europe is my place. Like I love it. But I want some place as well where I can kind of be by myself. It is just me and what God created. And that's the place.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like it.
You always need to have an encounter. I don't care where you go.
Yes.
And God tends to interrupt all of my vacations.
Girl, shut up. Come on.
He does. And my little travel crew, y'all know, honey, we can have an itinerary set out. This is our agenda.
Oh, wow.
Come
on. God will unapologetically interrupt that thing. It's like,
you gonna do this?
Insert worship right here.
Yes.
Like literally. And they know
those are the best vacations
when
you have
Kris?
A group of people where you can get together and you can express.
A group of drama-free people.
Come on. Non-problematic people.
Man. And you even if they are problematic, they're the type that you can get together real fast. I think the best vacation that I've ever had, and I do attribute it to the people that I went with, because we just went to Cabo.
Right.
It's important.
Right.
The place where we stayed, the choices that we made.
Come on.
That was my best experience. And I've been a lot of places, but Cabo, because of the people that I went with and the experiences that we created.
Come on.
Man, that has been my best. And the place that I want to go, you spoke very, I'm trying to get to Africa. I want to do Nigeria. I want to do it. I gotta see, because
the whole experience.
I'm gonna tell you in all sincerity, because as a kid growing up, when I thought of Africa, I thought about flies.
Of course.
And you poverty, because that's what you see on the commercials.
And I thought about Africa being this little small continent. But when I learned that the map's been lying to me all these years, and that you can take several countries and put inside of Africa, and there's still Africa left, I have to see that for myself.
Yeah. And then they have some beautiful people.
Baby, beautiful people.
Yes.
Now that's something I can drink to.
I can't be around too many of my Nigerian friends before I start taking an accent.
You stupid!
I'll pick up an accent before you know it. I'll be talking.
And Afro beats come on, and you just start doing the dance. You don't even know it before, but your body knows it.
Man,
if something in you don't want to move. When you hear some Niger music, I got a question.
Up in the head.
What's wrong with you?
I need the question.
What's in your heart?
It's a character flaw.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
If that music don't move you, something wrong with you. Tiffany, now tell us, the travel expert, tell us what your favorite spot is and where you haven't been and plan on going, so I could get in.
Come on, sis.
Well, I'll say somewhere different since she said Barcelona. Gosh. Oh gosh,
you can say Spain if that was your favorite.
It's just nothing like it.
Somebody may need a Spain trip. They may need to hear it again how amazing Barcelona was.
You know what?
Spain
is probably.
Come on.
Yeah, that's probably.
It's the best
trip. Undeniably.
Now I will say this: depending on what you're looking for, if you're looking for beaches and water. They have a nice beach. They have nice water. Is it the best nice? Is it the nicest of beaches? And no, but oh my God, the churches and the
architecture.
It's
historic.
Yes,
God Himself came down and created. I mean, the detail is.
I heard that
it's beyond your imagination.
It is,
and I'm telling you, it's almost breathtaking.
It is.
It's almost breathtaking.
Yeah.
And we went to a nude beach. We were down there.
How was that?
Oh, Let me tell you,
baby,
it was life-changing for me, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because as an American, we sexualize everything.
We do.
That's true. Even breastfeeding.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Nourishment.
So to see these beautiful bodies,
right?
Somebody's not so beautiful.
All shapes
and sizes.
Free.
Even the kids playing
the
soccer
innocence of
with
it.
their
Come
parents.
on.
It was
because there was nothing sexual about it.
Yeah.
When I literally had to take my camera and I had to snap some photos discreetly of a dad and his son playing soccer, y'all. And it was the most beautiful thing in the world. And it really made me reflect on us.
Right.
Because we do sexualize.
Why am I thinking that it's weird?
Come on here.
Why am I?
That's a father and his son having an experience.
Right.
And one of my friends had to
How we born though?
I'm telling you, no one walking around with an erection.
Come on. It's just normal.
It is absolutely normal. And I was like, dang, we need to get it together over there. Like, we kind of messed up over there because if you saw a nude beach here in the States, you already know it's
they looking for boobies
over there.
Exactly.
But you know what? I did the same thing. I was in France for a little bit and I went to a beach and it was kind of cold and I went with my friends and we were on the beach and it wasn't a nude beach, but people took off their bras and women were walking around.
Topless.
And you could do that or you could wear clothes, but nobody thought that was weird.
Right.
Nobody. And it was an older
woman. But us Americans
too.
were looking like,
put your bra on, her titties out. But it wasn't like that.
Even at the hotel, when it's perfectly normal for little girls to only swim in bottoms.
See?
It was perfectly normal for little girls
just to cover up their little pride.
Right. Exactly.
Because boobs are not even there. So why are we?
Exactly. So it was just a moment of reflection.
Right.
That has to be a very freeing experience.
It is.
Girl, you hitting all of it on the head. Freeing.
Yes.
Because your brain has been
trained. You've been programmed.
And programmed is what I was looking for, to think that this
indecency.
Is wrong.
Right.
That is not right. When in actuality, it should be as normal as you waking up and brushing your teeth.
Come on.
I mean, think about it. You have to put the clothes on. God gave you a body as it is. You have to actually cover it.
Come on.
And the reason you have to cover it is because the norms of society tell you that if you're not covered, you're indecent.
Exactly.
But what's indecent, or why do you need to be covered on a hot beach where you finna go in and get in the water and do water sports or out playing? There really isn't a need for clothes in that experience.
Come on.
So I get it, and I'm grateful that I'm gonna make me a trip to Spain, Barcelona, and I got my
go ahead, do that. That's gonna be. I'm already ready to go back. Do you hear me?
Ready to go back too?
Oh my God.
Let's go back.
We need to plan.
Let's go back.
You really do get a different experience. I remember being on the subway. We can go to the next subject after this.
Okay.
But I just remember being on the subway, and there was this Spaniard on the subway too, and we were just riding. He waited till he got off of the subway, and when we were getting ready to take off, he literally was running next to it, telling me how beautiful I was.
Aww.
And my friends were like, why did he just say that? I was like, I don't know, but I mean, like, literally, he was like, you're so beautiful. And I was just like, oh my God.
Why you wait till she leaves?
I know. And he was good looking too. But
that sounds like something that could have possibly happened on a movie.
Come on, say that.
I may need to write that into a script.
Are you watching?
You may need to write that into a script.
I know. But it makes you feel like how appreciated we are
as a people
in other countries, because our melanin oftentimes is not as appreciated
among
our own people and in our own country.
Agree.
So that was
very enlightening, very enlightening and empowering. I would say that had to make you feel really empowered. Man, okay, y'all. So with that being said, y'all know my favorite subject is always to say what subject of the day, and that's that topic that make you stop in the middle of what you're doing and just say what. For me, I had a couple of experiences with this, and I can honestly say that. Tiffany, why don't you go ahead and tell us what exactly you communicated to me, what you wanted to talk about, because I don't want to miss words.
The idea of, and I'm going to use women because you guys know that
It's not normal.
I'm not
biased
by no means. I'm a realist. I'm the relationship realist. Okay, not to be mistaken with expert. Realist. All right,
there's a difference. She's an expert in her own right, but she's not going to give you titles.
There you go.
Women tend to, after altercation, misunderstanding,
beef.
I'll say small beef, because
chicken.
And let's go with broth. Let's go with a little broth.
Okay.
Let's go with a little broth. We tend to, with our girlfriends or our platonic relationships, we will, as a result of having a little broth with your people.
Okay.
You will go into cancel mode. I am finished.
Oh, this cancel culture is so rampant.
I am over it. Not to be tolerated. They did this and that and we are less compassionate
for ourselves
with those people. Our platonic. We don't extend that compassion to them of error. Okay. So when it comes to our better half, I'm not talking about your husband. Okay,
your boo thing.
I'm talking about. Yep, that's my man.
I'm gonna stand
by him. You know, I'm talking about those two. There's a different extension of compassion, and even when the offense is bigger than what was done by your said homegirl or your best friend or your girlfriend, we're trying to figure out what causes us as women to be so quick to react and cancel a friendship with your girl, but will stay through and plow
toxicity,
plow through,
railroad yourself,
right? A continuous cycle of toxicity with your other person, with your better half. Why does that person? And I would love for somebody to give like. Please play devil's advocate, because I think you have it in you to do that.
I found the article, Tiffany, and I shared it with you. Because it verbalized basically what Tiffany had shared with me, and I wanted her to put it in her words, because when we had the conversation, I wrote upon this post and it spoke to exactly what she was saying. She says, I think we subconsciously undervalue platonic love and intimacy from our friends, because society puts so much emphasis on finding romantic love. Like, I don't know about you, but I would not be the person I am if it were not for my friends that love me on another type of level.
Right.
So I felt like that was worthy of a conversation, because I too have been guilty of that same thing. Now, let me be sincere when I say my friends are my sisters, they're my family.
Right.
And I don't have many friends or people that I call my friends that I haven't known for a very long time. I'm very loyal and I believe in loyalty. But I can honestly say that there are some ties that I severed, slissy, sliced, diced very quickly without any merit. They didn't do something I liked, or they said something, and it was so easy for me just to dismiss and disperse that relationship. So when you said that, it really made me speak to me and say, okay, now I've had relationships that could have lied to me or did that and the other. And now this is not today, because today it is what it is. I have zero tolerance, but I just had to be honest.
Right.
I too have been in that situation, and I did not give my friends the grace and mercy that I gave a man. So that's enough of that. Kayla, share with us your experience, or do you have experiences in that, or tell us how do you receive
that on being aware that is something that's prominent in relationships,
especially with females?
Absolutely. You know, I have a friend, and she knows who she is. Hey, girl. And hey, girl, I love her, and she is that friend. She's going to become a therapist. She's almost through with her, classes. She's going to be a licensed therapist. And so she's really big on accountability. And so when I got into my friendship with her, like, I'm used to friendships being, pretty easy. Like, hey, what's up, hey? Like,
no work involved.
Right. But she started challenging some things in my character that I was like, hang on, hold up. Nobody ever resisted.
Right. She made you have to stretch.
Right. And I feel like because I am in a season of growth and I am, more spiritually aware than I was in the past, I feel like I was more open to having a friendship that challenged my ideas because I realized I needed that. Wow. But I also know that my romantic relationships typically tend to reflect myself. So if I am in a relationship with a person, I'm like, oh, okay, I see a little bit of them in me. So it's easier for me to like go ahead and forgive them because I've already created sometimes a sexual bond with these people. Right. So when you have that, it's not like your friends. It's different. You do become one. Right. Second of all, then, you see them. I'm like, okay, hey, Kay, what's up, Kay? I forgive you, Kay, because I see myself in them. But in my friends, somebody who I don't have that necessarily connection with, I tend to view them as more disposable, or I tended to view them as more disposable, even though that's not what I needed. So I definitely agree with you. And it took some practice because you got to be a big girl, when you forgive people. It's like, dang, you know what? My character was flawed right there, but I'm going to still pray with you and pray for you. I love you like that. And we have to realize that giving people permission to call us out and to grow as a person is needed.
Let's normalize that. Because how can we grow if they don't tell us when we're wrong?
Well, I'll say, me particularly, my circle knows that I'm not interested in having a bunch of yes men and yes women.
Correct.
It does not put you in a position to have a mirror in front of you, like, God, I love you.
Come on.
And this is and when you know that something is from a place of love, right, you're more receptive to receive it.
Yeah,
I agree.
But if it's coming off as kind of one of these,
right,
instead of one of these,
right,
that's different.
Why my whole energy changed when she put her finger in my face?
Exactly,
it's different.
Exactly,
yeah. So close to in person.
If I were talking to you like this,
yes, no, right? My whole energy.
Demeanor,
but if I did you like this, that's a come to Jesus,
right?
That's a come to Jesus,
right?
So I truly feel like, and I do believe that when you do start engaging in a sexual relationship with someone, realistically, yes, that's probably going to have some influence as to your decision making. However, I'm a person that I pay attention to people's morals.
I like that.
That's what I was saying. Like that's what was getting
character.
To me. Yeah.
I like that.
So if you do something that makes me question your morals, then that's a different conversation.
It is.
Okay, Tiff. So Phoebe said, in context of what we're saying, and still in the same level, she said, what about these friends that you have that lead these fake lifestyles and you've been riding with them all this time, and then all of a sudden you have to come to yourself and be like, this ain't working for me.
Yeah.
I need to find exactly what she said. But Fee, you know what you said.
The truth of the matter is, you will have opportunists in friendship.
Absolutely.
Okay, people, so you think it's a place of opportunity?
Depending on what my need is and what resource you can be to me.
That's good.
That's good.
Because here's the thing. Once you wake up and realize, wait a minute now, if I no longer provide this need, what type of relationship
would we have
after that? Do that to some
it's called matching their energy.
Come on.
Do that to some people and see how the dynamics of your relationship change.
So I'm only as good to you as my need for you
being met. You being able to meet that need. And it's almost with anything. That's why in a relationship,
come on.
I want to be needed.
I want to be wanted.
Right.
Yes, I'm gonna write a whole book, and it's called Wanted, not needed.
Say that, amen.
No, I'm not gonna write no book called that, girl. I'm just being funny.
Right. Yeah.
I got a book I'm writing, but it ain't called that.
Exactly.
Come on. Sips.
That's good stuff right there.
Let's co-write.
No, but that's good stuff.
We'll talk later after the show.
Trademark that real quick.
Yeah. Hashtag today is September the 20th, whatever. The timestamp is whatever. Exactly. Right now we said this hours.
There you go.
Wanted,
but not needed.
Come on.
Novel coming soon. Right after the highlight.
Right. Come on.
Co-written by Kris and Tiff.
Come on.
We're gonna get some excerpts from.
There you go. There we go. Perfect.
So Kayla, in what's important to you in a relationship / friendship? What's important. It doesn't have to be just one thing, but what's necessary.
What are those key elements that hold it together?
You know what? It's kind of like, I'm a big thing on character, and kind of like what we were talking about earlier, giving people the grace to be people. I'm not going to get it right all the time, but if you lovingly, like you said, not this, but like this, show me a reflection of myself. I know your character. I know it's coming out of a place of love. You know mine. And whenever I do something, you don't question my character. You question my action.
Wow.
That's what I like in a friendship. And so that's what I look for. One of the main things.
I love it.
Because I recall being offended when one of my friends, I'm not even sure if this person, we're still.
They don't have to. Yeah, that's okay.
You don't have to name it.
They questioned something that I did, and I became offended because I'm like, how well do you know me?
Do you have the space
that you would think that
I would
me
do that.
saying that meant this?
Right.
That's what I questioned.
Saying that meant this.
How well do you know me if you took offense
I was really heartbroken because I'm like, oh my God.
You don't really know me. I thought you were my friend.
I really was on some, like, do you hear yourself?
Right.
This is me.
Right.
You know,
so it made you question how they valued you.
It made me question.
It always does. It always does.
What glasses?
What type of person do you think I am?
Right.
I would come with intent like that. It's not for malicious.
Exactly.
Right.
And I think too, going back to what Kayla was saying, normalizing holding our friends accountable, making that something. And this is, I've heard someone say before, and I mean this for romantic relationships and platonic relationships, having continuous frequent conversations,
check-in,
is healthy, because when I do need to say, Kayla, girl, call me when you got work, I want to talk to you about something. If we don't normally rap, then you're gonna be on guard. Talk to me.
Oh Lord, what you want to talk to me about? What's going on?
What's going on? But if we have that kind of connection,
you're accustomed to it and you're ready. You got your notepad out.
I get off at 5. I'll hit you when
and you create space for it because you desire that in your relationship with that. You value that.
But that's why we want to know from the viewers and the listeners, what is it in us that because it's not excusable every time.
Oh, I agree.
Not at all.
I agree. I agree.
And we shouldn't. We can't plant it on, well, he pays the bills, and I tolerate a little more, or
because I did want to get into
with the men,
right?
I'm gonna say,
is that why we do it for sex?
Right.
Do we put up with it for the fact to say we got a man?
Listen, come on, because here's the thing: that same person, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. You ain't gotta like it, but guess what? You'll respect it.
Come on, say that, Nick.
The very person that you are quick and willing to disconnect from, inevitably, from something that may be minute, but you are continuously being beat down emotionally and mentally by this person. That person is the one who you would typically run and lean.
Come on, say that.
That's
your safe place.
That is your safe place
to fall apart.
So we need to be careful how we cultivate those relationships. And if we don't do it properly, you'll be damaged a relationship that could have potentially saved your life.
Say that.
Period. Yeah.
And I'm just being honest.
I agree with that. And I
sincerely in the dark. When that was a friend that you would text in the middle of the night. That was a friend that you would call and say,
get up.
Put on your all black. We riding out.
Right.
Somebody.
Right.
So we got to be careful.
Right. Yeah.
Careful with those relationships.
We need to stop tarnishing those amazing relationships that are considered platonic, because the society tells us that romantic love is way more than important than platonic love. But let's just be real with each other.
Right.
Our platonic relationships are the ones that get us through when it's nothing about taking your clothes off.
Shout out Mike G. Shout out
all my good friends. All my good Judies.
Kris. Mika
Diamond. Shamika Jeffrey. Naamka Moss. Simone Camus.
Tamra.
Tiffany.
Like we can
y'all know that. Y'all know who y'all are.
I can go
Karen,
on and
cousins, everybody, family.
Maybe Netta.
Yes.
Like my Trees, your cousins. Which
yes.
That's
right.
Yes.
My cousins. Right. Your first best friends.
Right.
And then the best people to fall out with. Because they can cuss you out. You got to get over it. Because they got the same blood running through your veins. And grandma not having it. If y'all come to the family gathering and you're not talking, she gonna figure that out in your 40s. And my grandmother, she gonna make y'all go in the room and talk it out and hug each other.
But again, you just made mention of talking. I want us to get to a place of we're talking.
Let's talk.
Is like having a glass of wine.
I do believe that conversation create the narrative, and it also can create the change. If you don't talk about it, how can you fix it?
Oh, you can't.
How can you fix something that you're not willing to discuss?
Come on.
Let's just be real. If you put it up on the rug, that's where it sits. It's covered up. It's like being on a layaway plan. Can't nobody purchase this back in the store in a plastic bag. You got to bring it to the forefront, put it right there in the window, make it a vision board, paint it out, figure it out, work it out, and then move to the next.
Not even just that, because a lot of people, like you said, it's like, oh my gosh, how could you say that? And we've had several of those moments. That's not what I meant. Absolutely. But even then, like,
that's another thing.
Your experience with what I said wasn't what I meant. That wasn't my intent. And that's not necessarily the truth. So let me correct that. But I can't correct it if you don't tell me something.
So it's communication and comprehension. I said that last week.
Communication
and comprehension.
Come on.
Because you can communicate all day, but they're not getting what you're saying. You just running your mouth.
Right.
So I said, what did it sound like I just said?
Right. What did you hear me say from what I just said?
Tell me that. Come on. Y'all, this has been an amazing city. How like we ran over time. We don't even care about time at this point because we're having a conversation that A needs to be had.
Yeah.
B, it feels good. C, we're going to do it because we can.
Come on.
With that being said, before we close, I want to drag it out because we can beat up each other all day long. We can fuss about what goes wrong.
Right.
But I want to take this time to talk about what goes right. There is a space that is called support.
Yes.
And what I can honestly say is, yes, I have those people in places that I can complain about who don't do what.
Come on.
But I have an amazing support system that does it all.
Yeah.
If I'm doing, and I do a lot, y'all. I'm doing a lot. I'm still trying to figure out me. So this week it might be this, and next week it might be that. But my people, they gonna be there wherever it is.
Right.
If I'm in Barcelona butt ass naked, they gonna be in Barcelona butt ass naked with me.
And if they can't be there, they gonna be like, you better go up in there.
Exactly. So I wanted to take this space and take this time to say that relationships and friendships are very important. And when you find those relationships and you build those relationships, support those, harbor those, hold on to those. Know that those are relationships that's gonna get you to the next level.
Absolutely.
It's not where you're going, it's who you're going with.
Yeah, that's right.
With that being said, we thank you so much for tuning into the City Highlight Radio Show right here on the GMT platform. You ain't gotta go home. K-Nice, can you please come and click and move? Because I'm gonna say it, but it ain't gonna go happen.
Tell them to get lifted. Y'all go get lifted.
Again, you can make your own cocktail. Get your little sweet red, little deep Eddie vodka, whatever flavor you like. I like the peach. And then you can go with that good old Red Bull, whatever flavor. I like the dragon fruit. Mix them up together and what? Get lifted. Ladies, let's toast before we go with our
Yes.
Hey, cousin, I love you.
I'm drinking nothing.
We ain't
me neither, girl. Look,
these cups
are
empty, but our hearts are full.
I like that.
I'll take it.
Thank you guys so much for tuning. Y'all have a great day. Bye. Bye, y'all.